Hey everyone, welcome back to Gale at Night. So, I was chatting with a content creator last week about a situation, and they told me to look up this term called ambivalent sexism. I did a little reading on it, and some thoughts came to mind. Let's talk about ambivalent sexism and how it showed up in a few of the Black spaces on YouTube. I can't say they're Black manosphere because who knows who's in the Black manosphere anymore, right? A lot of people hear the word sexism and immediately think of men who openly hate women, but that's not always what it looks like. Ambivalent sexism has two sides. It has a hostile side and a benevolent side. Hostile sexism is the obvious one, the name calling, the generalizations, the anger toward women who don't stay in their place. You hear it all the time online. Women being labeled as angry, masculine, or unsubmissive. It's disrespectful and rooted in resentment toward women who've evolved beyond outdated gender expectations. Then there's the benevolent sexism, and this one is a little sneaky. It sounds flattering, like when you say, good women let a man lead, or real women stay quiet and support their man. It sounds respectful, but it's still control disguised as care. It paints women as delicate, dependent, and valuable only when they fit into a man's idea of what a woman should be. Now, let me give you my perspective and my definition of a modern woman. A modern woman is a woman who developed it with the times and the environment of the economy. She may have gone to school, got her degree, started her career, and still respects and supports her husband. If one of them loses their job, they still honor their vows. They don't lose respect for each other. They both do their part to keep the household going. But when you look at some of these male spaces, and I said some, the focus is rarely on women like that. Instead, they highlight the less savory examples, the ones they shouldn't even want anyway. The so-called modern woman they describe is someone with no self-respect, who only marries for money, wears tons of makeup and weaves and twerks, has a bad attitude, and feels entitled to everything a man has without putting in any effort. If the goal is to encourage young men to marry good women, then show them examples of that. If you're married, show them what healthy looks like. Teach them how to be the kind of man who can attract and keep the wife they want, and vice versa. Because right now, a lot of these spaces are just teaching men to see all women through the lens of the few negative examples they promote. And to be fair, I see the same thing happening on the women's side. There's money in hate and dysfunction, y'all. These platforms feed negativity because it sells. And here's the thing, if all they're doing is insulting you instead of giving constructive criticism and tools to help you grow, how will you ever become better or get what you want? They'll have you stuck to the screen, hypnotized, sending them super chats and cash apps to support their growth, while they're possibly spending your money and laying them with the same type of woman they complain about, or man, but you're left stagnant, looking at the opposite sex like the ops. Now, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do or how to run their channels. They're grown, they can do what they want to do. But common sense should tell you to go consume more content that makes you better, not bitter. And let's be real. Maybe your type is the same kind of person you keep complaining about. You just want them to act right for you, and they're not. But have you ever thought that maybe your type doesn't come in that package you want? He may be under 6 foot tall and make less than 6 figures, So you may have to work if you're looking for a certain lifestyle. His beard might not connect. She might not have an hourglass figure. She may not have a certain skin tone you like or a particular hair texture. It seems like some people will waste their time and sacrifice their values for looks. They'll get their head knocked between the washer and dryer, get cheated on, and then end up back online talking about niggas and bitches ain't shit all over again. We've got to start taking accountability for the people we choose and stop blaming all men and all women for that one person we chose who wasn't good for us. All relationships and marriages aren't cookie cutter. Don't take what someone else says you should want in the opposite sex and try to fit it into your life. You know what you want, and that's the kind of relationship or marriage you should strive for, not someone else's idea of it. At the end of the day, both men and women need healing, not hostility. Real conversations, not recycled talking points. The real flex is learning to build something solid together. So is red pill ruining relationships? Or do you just not know how to think for yourself? Leave your comments down below. I'd be happy to hear from you. Take care of yourself and each other. This is Gail at Night. Thank you all for watching and thank you for supporting. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and set the bell to all.